After getting my Schengen visa in 2024 and visiting 8 countries on that visa, I have some very important tips for you that you must consider before applying for a Schengen visa on your Indian passport. Why I am making this video is Indians lost over 600 crore rupees alone in 2024 due to visa rejections, and Schengen visa rejections are one of the major contributors for Indians losing a lot of money. So in this video, I'll list out the 5 most important things that you must consider, and also I have some additional and useful tips at the end of this video. So please watch this video till the end. But as usual, before we get started, as you can see on my screen, 98% of you who are regularly watching my content are non-subscribers, guys. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and support my channel. Number one, that is tip number one, is choosing the right embassy. Now, I am from Bangalore. I am born and brought up in Bangalore, and I have got Schengen visas for one of the most toughest embassies, that is Norway. It is not easy to get a visa from Norway, Iceland, Sweden, Finland, any of the Nordic countries, especially for the first time. Because I went through a lot of documentation myself without going to any visa agent and getting scammed, I prepared all the documentation on my own and got my Schengen visa through Norway. But choosing the right embassy is very important. And I am from Bangalore. Why I told I am from Bangalore is because if you are from Bangalore and if you're applying in VFS Bangalore, then go for France blindly, guys, because France has got the highest approval rate if you're applying from Bangalore. Remember, I'm not talking about India, I'm talking about applying from Bangalore. Now, my own sister's family, their passports were completely blank, no travel history. When they applied for France for the very first time, they got 6 months multiple entry visa, which is impossible to get in any of the Nordic countries. So if you are from Bangalore, go for France. I'll tell you, they'll give 6 months, 1 year, 2 years multiple entry visa very easily. And if you're from Mumbai, if you're from Chennai, if you're from Calcutta, you have to do your own research, speak to people, call up the embassy and ask call up the VFS rather and ask which is the most approval rate oriented country that I can apply on your city. Speak to a lot of people that you know, speak to communities, and get to know from your own city which embassy has got the highest rate of approval. So the second tip is timely application submission of your visa. Now, majority of the Schengen countries, guys, they accept the application 6 months before your travel. For example, if you're traveling on December 1st minus 6 months, you can apply your visa anytime after that 6 months period. So applying 6 months before your travel, what it helps you is it gives you enough of bandwidth to get your visa and then book your flights, hotels without doing, initially you will have to do dummy bookings, and once you get your visa, you'll have like 4 or 5 months gap to book your flights, which will be easily cheap and accessible, and you can save a lot of money when you apply your visa well in advance. That's why I said applying your visa well in advance gives you that more comfort, benefit and bandwidth, so that even if your visa gets rejected, you can have time to appeal and you can do a lot of things. Even if your visa gets approved, you can book your flights, hotels, all the activities, do the research very slowly and enjoy your complete Schengen trip. The third tip is the most important tip of all the 5 tips, guys, because cover letter and itinerary contribute 65% of your visa application. Now, as you can see on my screen, I've prepared cover letter to so many people, and all of those guys have got their Schengen visas. Not just their Schengen visas, I've prepared cover letters for Taiwan visa, Turkey visa, Japan visa, Korea visa, and everybody have got their cover letters. Everybody have got their visas through that cover letters and itinerary. So if you want your cover letter and itinerary, I won't speak much about this. Please follow me and then ping me on Instagram, because I'm not getting notified. I will prepare your cover letter and itinerary at a very reasonable cost, because cover letter is like a resume when you go to a job application. Now, you might have thousands of skills. If you don't mention that properly in your resume, the interviewer or the screening guy will never get to know, and your visa, your job application might not even be shortlisted. Similarly, if you do not produce a good cover letter, your visa application might not be even considered. So cover letter and itinerary plays around 65% of your visa. So please contact me on Instagram to get your next cover letter and itinerary, and in turn get your next visa for any European country. The next fourth important tip that most of you guys neglect, especially getting scammed by visa agents, is travel insurance. Guys, if you are confused which travel insurance you have to take, just go to VFS website, look at the documentation process. They will tell you which are the eligible insurance companies that you can take, apply for a travel insurance from. The most common is of course ICICI Lombard, Tata AIG and others. I choose Tata AIG over ICICI Lombard only because of the UI. ICICI Lombard UI is very crappy. So I tend to choose Tata AIG, but there is no much difference between these two guys. People say ICICI has got a better approval rate, ACO has got a better approval rate, Tata AIG has got a better approval rate. So it all depends on which insurance, on reviews, based on reviews at that point of time when you're applying for a visa. So I usually go with Tata AIG, and every country has their own insurance criteria. Like if you want to apply for France, Spain, they have got like 30,000 insurance, 30,000 US dollars coverage of insurance, 40,000 US dollars coverage insurance, 1 lakh US dollars coverage insurance. So there is no generic thing when it comes to travel insurance. So travel insurance should be gone as per the country, whatever you're applying for, as per the country. Every country is different. You can check on their VFS website. Now France is having 30,000 US dollars as the travel insurance. So take 30,000 US dollars worth of travel insurance, which covers COVID-19 and other medical expenses. That is very important. So if you take that, and once you submit with your application, it will be clear that you are applying for this particular so and so country. One tip with Tata AIG is, before Tata AIG used to be like you have to choose the country list and then add it to the list, but now with Tata AIG you can just choose European countries, that is Schengen zone, which covers all the 29 countries. So specifically you don't have to choose. Now if you're applying for say Germany to get the visa, and you got the visa through this travel insurance, and now your plan is totally to go to France or Italy, then you can still use the same travel insurance because it covers all the 29 countries. So that is one advantage I've seen in Tata AIG. I don't know about ICICI or ACO, I have not checked recently guys, but Tata AIG has this feature where you can add all 29 countries and then apply for your visa application, submit along with your visa application. Tip number 5 is EES, entry and exit system. When it comes to entering any Schengen country, starting October 2nd of 2025, it is already started and the process is going to go till April end of 2026. Then you won't have any kind of stamps on your passport. Now what is this EES system? What you have to be really careful about, I have made a dedicated video guys. Please check this video. This is very important video, because if you're planning to go from Bangalore to Norway like me and you have a transit in France, you have 2 hours layover time. That 2 hours, even 3 hours might not be enough because of the entry and exit system. You have to register yourself, you have to go through step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 process, and you have to complete all the 5-step process, and then you have to go to your next destination, that is Norway. So I won't take any time in this video. Please go through my EES video and then apply for your visa application. So the next thing is useful tips I want to share with you. As I told at the end of this video, I'll be sharing some useful tips guys. Tip number 1 in this useful tips is documentation. Now documentation and other things, if you want to take help of visa agent, they will charge you around 5,000 to 10,000 rupees. Some of them even charge 15 to 20,000 rupees. I've made free videos that you can watch on Schengen visa documentation. Just go through my videos and you will understand how to get your how to probably get or arrange your documentation for your Schengen visa. The second useful thing is dummy bookings. Yes, Schengen official website rule book says that you can do dummy bookings before you apply your visa, and then once you get your visa you can actually book your confirmed flight tickets. Now this is very important because VFS is not saying this guys. Now for Japan there is a huge confusion because VFS says you can do dummy bookings, but Japan's official consulate never mentions anything about dummy flight bookings, and many people's visas have been rejected because of submitting dummy bookings. But for Europe you don't have to be worried about. Even if your PNR is valid for 72 hours or 96 hours, you can still submit your dummy bookings. I've made a dedicated video on which dummy website you can book and submit your next visa application. So that is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is mentioning or carrying sufficient funds after you get your visa. Now you got your visa, you're thinking, okay, I have my forex card, I want to carry all of the money to Europe, but you must have some kind of euros with you whenever traveling to any European countries. It might be 100 euros, it might be 1000 euros, it might be 15,000 euros, whatever it is, some amount of euros should be there with you, because when they ask cash you cannot directly show your forex card. Some amount of euros, like 100 euros is also okay, 300 euros is also okay. Then you can tell you have have credit cards, you have forex cards, they'll check all those things, but carrying some amount of euros is highly recommended. Even if you don't have euros, you can carry US dollars, or you can carry any of the currency that is widely used in Europe. US dollars is used, euros is used, you have UK pounds, British pounds is also something you can carry, but do not carry INR because the conversion rate is very pathetic in European countries. So this is tip number 3. Tip number 4, like I said, is do all the process on your own. I've made all the videos, I've made dedicated playlists, guys. You don't need any visa agents help. Visa agents will charge you many thousands of rupees. Now, before I prepared my application last year for Norway visa, I just called up a famous visa agent company here in Bangalore. I'm not going to tell the name because I'm a small YouTuber, guys. I'm not those big YouTubers who can fight and challenge. I'm not going to take out any names. So the famous visa agent company, I just called them and asked, I'm going for Europe and I want to prepare a set of documentation. I just want you to verify my documentation, whether it's right or wrong. We said, okay, sir, no problem. Pay us 5,000 rupees plus GST. That is the consultation fees. Consultation fees itself is 5,000 rupees plus GST, guys. This is insane. So I was like, okay, no thanks. I'll come back to you if I have any issues. I prepared my own application. I submitted my own application. Then I got my Schengen visa for Norway, which I visited 8 countries in the 2 to 3 weeks period. So do all the application on your own. Even if you get rejected, right? Get rejected on your own money, no problem, because you're paying visa agents 15,000-20,000 rupees. Again, application fees is around 15,000 rupees. You lose 40 to 40,000, 45,000 rupees by visa getting rejected. At least if you get rejected on your own money, you will not lose the 20,000-25,000 rupees extra. That's why I tell all my subscribers, all my audience, that do not go to visa agents. It's a big scam. Do your own research, study well. If you have any doubts, ping me on Instagram. You can go through my videos. All the information is in my videos, guys. All you have to do while watching my videos is do not skip the video. Just watch the video from starting to end, because you will miss a lot of tips. So I hope this video was very informative. Share this to the person who's planning his next Europe trip. I'll catch you guys in my next video.